Thank you for joining. We are just going to let one more minute pass and let all those YouTube notifications go out like, they're supposed to. But everyone in the chat, thank you for hanging out. We are about to start here in a second. All right, turning down the volume. You know what that's about to mean. What is going on, everybody? I'm Frank, KG5HJ, and you know what time it is? It's Tank Radio time. And to find that transition, so play that awesome intro video. A quick shout out to my channel supporters. You can help support this channel by Patreon or YouTube memberships. You'll find the description in the link below. And on to Tank Radio! GigaParts has set up a 5% off to all my tankers out there. Plus, that you can get a Dizzy Rig kit that comes with this amazing blue box. I wish I had it. Along with amazing deals on M&P. That's messy and polonium cables, which I'm going to be working with a lot here soon. Enter TANK at checkout to get 5% off and also help support the channel. The link is in the description below. Mute. Of course. Thanks, Don. I corrected it. Also, I bumped it up a bit. There we go. Let's try to correct the volume. It won't be a Tank Radio stream that if I wasn't muted. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. No audio. It's fixed. Unfortunately for y'all. But I'm not yelling now. What I was saying though, welcome back to the stream. I am glad y'all were able to wake out of those turkey comas and come over and hang out with me on awesome Saturday night. We are going to bring on GigaParts here in a second, and we're going to talk about what's going on in their store, and we're going to look for some things for my ham shack. Don says 5'9" here. Chris speechless. Well, just wait until your stream catches up. I'm not going to be speechless anymore. But let's go ahead and do the normal preamble. Where is my text? Thank you to all my supporters out there. If you want to go ahead and support Tank Radio, like the thing said already, go ahead and go into the description, and there's a Patreon link and a link to my memberships. Also, buy me a beer, and super chats are active, so if you want to go ahead and drop me a tip or some money that way, that'd be awesome. There's a 5%, clicked on the link. There's a 5% discount to all my tankers out there. Use discount code Tank Radio at your checkout to get 5% and also to help support the channel. And finally, coins are still on sale at Grapevine Amateur Radio. My coins are on sale. You go ahead and help support the channel like that. There is a special. I decided that my Christmas stream, which stream lines closer to Christmas I can get it, I am going to give away coin number 73. So, coin 73, We all know what 73 is. We are going to go ahead and give that away. Along with, I have another antenna. Why, Adam? Everyone's giving away Adam's antennas. They must be good. Hopefully, they're good. And I think that's all I got. So let's bring on tonight's guest. We have Jason and Steve from GigaParts. How y'all doing?
What's up?
I guess how's everybody doing?
We're doing all right. Just relaxing. Jason says he got coins 68, just one off. Um, we all know what he was talking about. But what's going on with y'all? It's been a while. We're on that lull between conventions right now, right? And the
Great
whole
inhale before the great exhale.
yeah,
Mhm.
I can definitely say I was in the warehouse Friday and it was busy.
it was busy.
It was busy.
Yeah, I heard you had an invite to come on and hang out in the happy hour, and you were just wiped after a day's worth of work. But I think we all appreciate
Still there.
your efforts there.
I mean, I was there quite late.
Mm-hmm.
And just looking, before we got on here, tomorrow's going to be no better.
Mm-hmm.
Not complaining, but it not going to be any better.
Let's just say everybody's left for the high quality, inexpensive bags is well noted now.
Nice, nice. I'm sure we all appreciate it. And why are you putting in such late hours right now over at GigaParts?
I can think of a few thousand reasons. Orders.
Orders.
Orders?
Mhm.
So, what's going on GigaParts right now? You have the boost of orders. Is it the Black Friday sales that were going on this week?
I mean, when you look at our sales, I mean, how can you not buy something?
Yes, I was looking at that. I was like, oh, I want these radios, but I have so much to buy beforehand. Look at these sales, man. How
Well,
long?
I think the big key thing that I've even told local Huntsville Club members and, taking care of tickets at work too, is everything is listed to where we've covered almost everything you would need to either enhance your shack, start a shack, or put a mobile setup in
Mm-hmm.
of some capacity.
Or buy a present for somebody with a shack that needs to upgrade their shack or start a shack.
Yeah.
Now we're going to be talking about creating a starter shack here in a bit, but someone asked Cyber Mondays also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We touch
nice,
all the holidays.
nice. I
Hopefully, you guys are on our mailer list. That's how you find all the great deals.
how do we get on that mailer list?
There's a couple ways. We're using Jason's iPad as a way to. I know if you enter the sweepstakes, it'll ask you if you want to join there.
Apple.com/sweepstakes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you got the sweepstakes. The link, I think,
Is under specials.
is under specials. Yes, if it's still there. Because of course we have spread the cheer to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's also in one of the banners up there as well.
That's right. It is.
So here's
It's
the
on the
sweepstakes.
sliders.
So, anyways,
Ooh,
get get on it, man, and it'll keep you up to date. If you get on our mail list, we're sending stuff out multiple times a week now.
nice, nice. I'm gonna go ahead and enter real fast. Put my name in. Maybe I can win.
Absolutely.
Y'all know my email address, and we're not gonna show the phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah, the button for the sweepstakes is in the top right hand corner of the screen.
So what are y'all giving away here? Is all the there it
The
is.
FT891, the FTM 400. Or no, I changed that back. That is the DX10.
Ooh.
It should be the DX10, the FT5, and the FTM 400.
Mm-hmm. Something for everybody.
Mm-hmm. I think that is the radio Jason lost. on a hike.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, he's needed to be hauled up to ham court for that. Um, I
Good
saw.
from a ghost character.
Yep. I saw another question. If you type question and I need to hit enter. What is the digital protocol for APRS? Now I'm put on the spot. Amtor? I think it's Amtor. Or is it AX25? Oh, incorrect.
What did you pick? It's not going to go back and tell you what you picked.
Oh, I picked Amtor.
No.
No.
Got with a Frank the Tank sad face now.
Mm-hmm. Bum 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 bum. I don't have sound effects like some of the other guys do. I need them. But
Sure, you are the sound effects.
It looks like Hiking and Hammond is stuck up on the screen right now.
mm-hmm. We could bounce it to another one here. Bump up their audio a bit. Sorry. There we go. I was watching levels, but I thought they were close. I'm really looking at this. Not that radio. I would like to get this radio for my phase 2 when I do HF. The Yaesu FT DX10. And you're getting it on sale for $100 off right now, plus a $25 gift card.
Yep.
Nice. I like it. Hello, our finder Bob will be happy. I bet you had to twist his arm to get that up there. Just a little. Oh, a lot of other good radios. I love all the deals.
Yep.
No, Jason's been all over your website on his stream, so I'm not gonna. Ooh, I have the stick. The stick Rig Expert 230. Love it. It's still in
Really?
my pack.
Because the AA500 is going to be out in a couple of weeks, sir.
I'm heard.
Yeah, they put it in the magazine and kind of left the cat out of the bag a little bit, but we should have the first supply of those here in a few weeks.
Nice. Backpacks. Oh.
I told you, man.
I'm not sure, with what I'm looking at here. Did anybody notice the price of the FT710?
710. No. Where did that go? 710. That did not work. Bummer.
You're getting warm. Bang!
Try not to overlook it. Where did it go? I'm not seeing it.
It's on the screen. Third one, top row.
There it is. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big discount.
It is.
That's a hot deal.
Hard to turn your nose up at that, huh?
No. That's amazing radio.
Mm-hmm.
And testing one here at the house when we first got them in. If anybody on here has watched John Krug's video from Yaesu, some people say put the speaker on the left, some say put it on the right. My personal preference was putting it on the right-hand side of the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got the speaker that's on the main unit kind of like top to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, with that acoustic that AESS feature, acoustic, it sounded like it was coming from behind me, not in front.
That's pretty cool. I glazed over that. I went to the big daddy, which I want.
Sure.
When is the 905 coming out?
Honestly, we don't know. And I get that question all the time. Club meetings, chat.
As soon as they say something, they know it's going to get out to the world, so they keep everything close to their vest.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put out there and say Dayton, because then all of a sudden ICOM is, that's not when it's being released.
Mm-hmm.
if it was my guess, I would say Dayton, but that said my guess, not what
It's
ICOM
just
is.
your feeling. No official word here, so I
Yep.
can't scoop it yet.
Nothing.
And one final question here, real fast. By 45 Auto, do these prices include shipping? On the big ticket items, I see free shipping.
Free shipping. If it doesn't have free shipping, it'll say
If it's over 100, it's free.
it's all yeah. Anything over $99 is free shipping,
Nice.
unless stated on the item. I'm trying to think of like a large antenna that
Yeah.
has it. Like maybe the Hustler 6B TV might be one. Something that the box is
Huge.
huge. Yeah.
Cool. So, I asked you on today because I'm almost out of appliances in this house to replace. Last year, this time, I was so gun-ho on building up my shack. I had got cables. Awesome. And I went and talked to Missy and we talked about cables and I was learning all about cables. And my first AC unit broke. Sucked out all the money. So
That and your backpack is on the way to Valhalla, you said.
yep, that's coming down the pipes too. Um,
Speaking of which, in a couple of weeks, we'll have the modular backpack and stuff.
is that up on the site now? No, I wanted to look at it. I seen it. I love it.
I get bombarded on the daily, so as soon as they come in, I'll put them on the website and we will unleash them.
So then I think it was about April. I was ready to buy again, and dishwasher broke. Literally stopped running.
You still have your hands. You know that, right?
But they're tender, and they're little dainty hands. I replaced the dishwasher, and I was building up some funds, and I was getting tired of waiting, and my dryer broke.
How's the refrigerator?
I brought the new refrigerator for the house, so it's still about 7 years old. So
All right.
that's going good. So I replaced the washer and dryer, and I'm ready to do all this again. And last month, my second AC unit needed to be replaced. I can't catch a break, and we're in Texas. We got to have them both working.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm tired of it. I'm ready to pull some triggers and start building stuff out, and that's why I asked y'all to come on. I'm looking for some lightning arresters, a couple of MMP connectors that I still need to pick up, and a couple other odds and ends. I was hoping you can guide me through the website and help me choose some good equipment.
Okay. Let's see. You said lightning arresters.
The lightning arresters will start there.
Are we talking inline or are we talking what are we talking here?
Inline. So it's going to go to the base. I want the lightning arresters outside the house, in line with the feed line, and they're going to be just this outside in a box, grounded to a common copper plate.
You know, like you know, I don't know if you heard Jason. He said Alpha Delta. To me, and I say this to everybody out there, I've lived Virginia, New Jersey, on the shore, and Alabama. This is the first location that I've used lightning arresters. And the only reason why I put lightning arresters in is I've got 11 trees that line the property right behind the shack here.
Mm-hmm.
That the middle tree that actually still has my Radio Waves DX80 on it was struck. Did not affect the antenna, did not affect the coax, which is half-inch hardline. Everything outside this shack is half-inch hardline. And the first thing I said to the wife is, I'm not losing $20,000 in gear.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with polyphasers because everybody I know in the contest community uses polyphasers or the very expensive polyphasers that are made for, 1 7/8 hardline or heliacs.
I love it. So I'm trying to find them on the site now. It keeps popping up and trying to give me 10% off. So we're in under radio gear.
So you go up to the search bar. I always tell everybody, just type in polyphaser, in this case, polyphaser, or I see you have alpha delta up.
No, it's not the right one, but we'll do polyphaser.
There you go.
Now, as you can see with Tank's page listings, you're going to see everything up there that we have available. Now, I'm going to, on our end, click currently in stock so I don't see ones that are out of stock.
Got some on clearance too. So does it matter? I'm gonna need one UHF VHF and another one for HF.
The big key that I tell everyone, and if with everybody looking on here, is make sure you buy the one you exactly need. Now, you're going to see ones that are listed NM, NF, that being N male and female for that version. Then you'll see SO239, which has it on both ends. So like the first one listed there, they say it's good for 6 meters to 220. So that would be your VHF, UHF, well, at least VHF, not UHF option. The second one, the ones I went with, at least on mine, is down in the second row. It's the IS/B50HUCO. That's what I have here. I've got 8 of them installed, and that covers HF and your HF all the way up to UHF in one shot.
The which one again?
It's the IS/B50HUC0. Go down one row. The bottom row, that second one.
There it is. Awesome. So how does that connect to a copper plate? So that's what I'm going to connect these two.
Yeah. As you in that picture, let me pull it up so we're looking at the same thing. On that back there, you see that lip. That actually has, I think mine's got 2 screws.
It does.
You can adjust it so where, like I have all my polyphasers, as you see in the picture, just make it straight. So I just turn that plate so that it's against the copper, so you can ground it to the copper.
So you can just remove that plate, remove the screws, and slap it on there.
Slap it on there, yep.
Sweet. I like it. I like it. So this one, we need 2 of them? Or this was just UHF and VHF?
Well, this one will cover HF and VHF. You'll just cover everything.
Everything. I love it. Hit add to the cart twice. Oh no, I'm supposed to be spending their money, not spending my money. I had that joke canned.
Well, before you check out, I'm going to show you how to do this for 12 months, no interest financing.
Ooh, I like that idea. Oh, but we're not even done yet. Let me get my pen.
And while Tank is writing down notes, adding to his cart, if you guys were paying attention, he said install this outside. Would you really want to have it in your shack? Let's say it was under Frank's legs right now, and that lightning strike came in. Do we really want it in our house, closer to our electronics in our house?
Nope.
No.
One second.
I could give honest pros and cons to lightning arresters.
Please, please.
Okay. I've been to Contest University. I've been to all these DX conventions, and a lot of lightning arresters and grounding and botting is personal preference. Even here, at times, I get a static buildup here. So I go, I check everything out, and because I do have the box out behind here, and occasionally I get a lot of static. Okay, try to discharge it, which all I really do is just poke around and see if it changes anything. Like I said, static buildup. Easy way to, just disconnect your coax, because where's that coax being where's the static being generated from? Antenna, coax. Like I said, this is all personal preference, people's personal feelings too. That's why a lot of people don't use lightning arresters, because it could do harm for their signal. And I've heard it and I've seen it. But I want to protect my gear.
Talking about the grounding, do y'all sell the flat ribbon braid for bonding?
Yes.
Ooh, cool. We'll get there in a second. It's another item I have written down here. How about the copper plate these attached to, or copper a junction? I see several ways of doing this. I see just a flat plate with holes, or a bracket that you can bolt stuff to.
Some, and of course, I just did a search knowing I was going to get things that are not what I necessarily wanted. And I probably got rid of the one that I was going to talk about. I did. There's one option that popped up, and I got to uncheck currently in stock to explain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the universal copper ground clamp from Alpha Delta. That, if you notice in the picture, once he brings it up,
UCGC.
Clamp.
it's
This
that
guy.
second, yeah, that one right there. Yep. So as you see in the picture, you would have your ground rod right in the middle, and you mount your lightning arresters on the outside there.
Nice. So this is what I probably will use at the base of the antenna. Do you have one that's meant to go inside like a electrical housing box? Because
That one we don't carry.
mm-hmm.
I hate to say others carry it. I'll go
Okay.
with that comment. It's the unfortunate, and copper's not cheap, as we all know.
Yeah.
I could have got mine at Home Depot, but when I could get an all-in-one package from somewhere else, I went that route, because you can't beat that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate, we can't carry everything, and I wish we could, but we can't.
So this is listed on my phase 2. Phase 2 is going to be HF, and then I am going to run a antenna outside with the copper grounding right at the base of it, and then I was going to put this straight in line outside. Then I was going to run it underground and up into my house. I might do another lightning arrestor at the base, just to for safety. But for the phase 1, I'm going to have a project box, and this is going to be outside on the side of my chimney up in the second story. So I'm going to have the UHF VHF antenna on top of the house, and maybe 11 meters, and that's why I was looking at HF. Then I'm going to have that antenna come down into the electrical box, and then I'm going to have my lightning arresters, and then the ground's going to shoot down to the base there, and then the antenna feed line then is going to continue on into the inside of the house. So that's why I was leaning on this part, having it inside a project box. But that's okay.
Well, and that's what I did is, I know what you say your project box. Mine's
Yeah.
There we go. It's a decent, and I've got all 6 of them in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tight fit coming into the PVC into the shack here. So what I did is, everything goes into the box, and then I've got M&P UltraFlex 13
Mm-hmm.
for every single one going to each radio, or not radio, but coming into the corner here.
Cool. Very nice. And that's pretty much we're on the same thinking on that.
What's nice about it is, if you got storms coming,
Mm-hmm.
you're some people will leave their stuff plugged up all the time. I don't want to say go and plug your stuff. It's your choice. Do I leave my stuff plugged up all the time? Yes, but I also pay for ARRL equipment insurance too. So,
Well, there's having insurance.
ARRL member, check it out, because it is worthwhile for that coverage.
I would agree, but I like to stop it before I even need to get to using that coverage.
Yep.
The other kind of thing, I know this is a little accessory, but the little wall pass-throughs. So I'm gonna have oh, I skipped the 90-degree connections. Where did those go? We'll come back to that. The pass-through, so the cable's gonna drop through the wall.
Hmm.
Then I'm gonna have a 90-degree coupler at the end of the cable, and I need that UHF that female end that you can put through the wall like 2 inches or
Like a barrel connector.
yeah, longer barrel connectors.
Yep. He's reaching over to my stash of like 5 of them.
Yes, that to get it through the wall.
I wish I knew what the nomenclature was.
I don't know. I called them pass-throughs, but the longer barrel pass-through connector.
Yeah, because I looked up barrel connector and
It's a coupler.
but it is a coupler, yes.
All right.
And that's the shorter ones. That's like the ones that you put coax to coax. The
Mm-hmm.
MFJ 7744 is too small.
Depends on the wall.
It does depend on the wall.
Normal
I am not
inside
seeing any.
wall.
I am not seeing any. Because this one, and I'm not sure where I got this from. I could have got this at Dayton, Huntsville,
Mm-hmm.
Orlando. I know these are 3-inch.
That's about perfect.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of them, man. So next time you come to Huntsville, just come over here and steal
Will do. I'll take you up on that. Messi and Poloni connectors. I'm looking for 90 degrees connectors for Messi and Poloni.
90 degree messy.
them. I don't. You're the first person that's ever asked me for a Messi Plony 90-degree connector.
Like
I'm sure
that.
you said you
I was gonna say he probably sent you one, but
They're not usually on sale.
were.
no.
You're the first person that's asked for one.
See, I want to drop this through the wall, and then this will be the perfect connectors for the
Well,
coupler, and you
let
just
me
screw them
interject
in.
there. I know you're gonna you're gonna wire up the coax to that 90.
Yes.
But remember, and this is for everybody out there, the more connectors and adapters, the more loss you're creating yourself.
Correct.
Now, that's not a loss necessarily if that's going to be the end of your coax run.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep adding in another barrel or an adapter from SO239 to N male or N female. Even though that's a point, it could be 0.1, it could be 0.05. It's still a loss.
I would agree, but I still need to get it to feed it through the wall. So where you just recommend just having a hole in the wall and just having the cable coming out, I was thinking a nice little patch panel thing where I can just screw it into the wall.
Just make sure you waterproof it.
Oh, the waterproof is on the outside. This is going to be the interior wall.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to make it look pretty.
You just want, yeah, you want to be bougie. Okay.
Yeah. For the outside is going to be the electrical box. And then I'm just
okay,
going to have a conduit that I'm like a 3-inch conduit. I'm just going to cut a hole in the wall and it's going to be on the inside of that box. And then there's going to be another conduit coming out.
Well, see, like what I didn't hear, and I haven't finished yet. That's why I have these barrel connectors. I've got everything coming from the box in the here. It's like a 6-foot jumper.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was going to do, 10 of these across. I keep going the wrong way.
Yeah.
10 of these across, because I got the DX80, the 6BTV, the 160 vertical,
Uh-huh.
beam, and everything. That way, okay, I want to use the K3 with the beam. Then I just take the jumper that goes from the radio to the corner here and plug in the here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people will use the MFJ window and they'll just kind of.
Well, my windows have screens on them. So there's like the solar screens. So I can't open them up and just put that window pass-through conduit on there. Because I would have to poke holes. And plus, I'm going to put the electrical box on the side of my chimney. so that'll be easier to cut in there, and there's really hardly any installation. I'll be already up in the attic, so it's going to be a whole pass through in the attic to the electrical box, and then that's going to have the conduit going out. And I'm looking at a couple of things, like you said, to help keep the water out, but the open end's pointed down to keep
Yeah.
the water out.
You
Uh,
do all this work, and you get moisture in your coax, and you're up Poops Creek at that point.
Yes, yes, I have awesome. It's right here next to me because I was playing with it on the stream. Messi and Poloni Sierra cable for outside, and this is going to be running on top of my fence line. I have this one might be the berry also, but I have a berry one I'm going to put underground, and that one is able to resist moisture a little bit better.
Now, I know some people may be looking at that and going, why the hell would he be using white coax outdoors?
Texas.
And in Texas.
No, that's my answer. Texas.
Texas.
Yep.
And
Yes.
that was a question I brought up years ago when I was still living in New Jersey at the N2CW/W2GD contest station for 160. And you know, for all time we set out the beverage, coax and everything's white. Of course, it snows up in the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something with the structure of that coax that it lasts longer. And white coax, most of your maritime coax is white. It's not black, it's white.
Reflects UV, man.
You heard that?
The smart guy behind the scenes.
The Sahara is formulated to resist UV and reflect heat back. So, you know, it was designed to operate in the world's most UV intensive and hottest locations. It was designed to work in Africa
Mm-hmm.
and East. But let's be honest, man, Texas is about there anyways.
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get rain. I think that's the only major distinguisher because it rained all weekend. Saturday was my day to go POTA, and I couldn't get out there because it was just raining terribly. We got the copper plate we looked at. I think you said you did not have the electrical boxes for the outside.
We do not have the
Okay.
electrical box.
Okay, that's cool. How about a antenna switch? I'm gonna have 3 lines coming in for HF. I want to run to my radio.
Ooh. How pretty do you want it to be?
Well, pretty. Um,
Knob or push button?
um. So here's the thing. I was talking to my Jason 2.
All
You are Giga Jason for GigaParts.
right. I'll take it.
So I was talking to Jason 2, and I was like, I have a big ham down the street, like puts mine and Jason's and pretty much everyone's ham shack to shame down the street. And then I have literally next door another ham just moved in. It's an awesome neighborhood. And I was thinking about bandpass filters, and he suggested a Dust Star. I think that's what it was. That had a antenna switch and bandpass filters built into it. Dune Star. It was not Dust. Dune Star. Why are you laughing?
Did you look how much it cost?
Yeah.
Okay.
But is that?
Let me get a one band. Let me see if Jessica still has this band pass filter she picked up at Birmingham.
Uh-huh.
You should see this place, guys. Yeah.
I know it's probably hard to read that label. I call that everything my wife has is antiques.
I love it.
And it's an old Drake. I think this is the RL1000, TV1000. So we hooked this to our 160. I haven't hooked it up yet because at this point we don't need it because I got the beverage on the ground antenna set up. Then she picked up this low pass and another antique. The guy wanted $5 for it.
Yes.
And for anybody out there who has been in this hobby longer than my almost 25 years, licensed / non-licensed.
Mm-hmm.
Drake at one point made band pass filters just like this that now, if I could recall what the name of the brand is, they're almost $200 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
They'll work. But at the same time, and that's like I said, another opinion statement I make here. Even with all 4 radios plugged in, working here, we can do CQ worldwide, field day, winter field day, all 4 radios on my 1-acre lot on a different band. Now, do I have antennas spaced out accordingly? Maybe. I think the worst one is the 160 vertical in the middle of the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Bandpass filters are great. I'm not sure why we don't carry them. I think it's more of a exclusivity for competitor.
Mm.
But what you're talking about, there was one I saw not too long ago. You had the antenna switch, the bandpass filters. There was 2 versions. I'm not sure if you looked at the $700 version or the $2,000 version. And I could be thinking of another brand, but there is a bandpass filter box. It's about the size of a Astron 50 amp power supply. And you have to put electric to it. You can run it off your computer so it'll automatically band switch. They work. Bandpass filters work. We use them here at Huntsville for field day.
Mm-hmm.
But do something stupid like transmit into it kind of thing the wrong way or not set it up properly, you just wasted all that money. Because some bandpass filters are one way in, one way out setups. I always tell people, I bet you Jason 2's got somebody who's laying around in his garage.
He was giving away a bunch of equipment.
I mean, that garage sale he just had not too long ago, I'm sure he had a few of those in a box or in the storage unit.
So in the meantime, I'm looking at just this normal knob antenna switches until I can get the nice one. The nice one's the one I wanted.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking for one that at least 3 ports, and I was hoping to have one that has a ground. When you're not using it, flip it, and it just grounds them all.
Okay. I know people have their opinions on what I'm about to say. The MFJ 1704. It's on that. It should be on that page, if not. But
I'm just going to type it in. MFJ 1704. Oh, it's like, oh, it was the first one on that page. Yes, that's pretty much it on the nose.
We sell them by the gross.
Yes.
and there is nothing wrong with. You see how simple they are.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that 20. Is that the 2704?
The 4-port 2704 MFJ. Yes.
Yep.
There's the
It's
SKU.
it's a smaller setup, but it doesn't have that lightning suppression kind of thing built in, or the ground, I should say, not lightning suppression.
Mm-hmm.
Does not have the ground built in like the 1704. So, and I keep that up there real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. If you see how easy that is in the inside, if something's not working, just take the 4 screws off and check the back. Most of the time, it's a piece of aluminum in there that's just from going back and forth, starts wearing itself. Just pinch it down, go back to square one.
And here is the other one, the 1704. And that has that middle one. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I want. It's in the cart.
When you buy that, you probably won't be buying the other one. I think you'll find you don't really do the bad pass filter.
I'm that's the thing in the back of my head, and it might come to be because I already been operating when the big station was up, and it just blows me out. He runs full legal limit, and he's only 4 houses away.
I don't think you're gonna find without using filters, I don't think you're going to find any solution.
You go over there and flip the circuit breaker on his house,
I
and just
mean,
make it be a solution.
I love it. I love it. Well, I just that's going to be one of my
well, and
challenges.
it's one of those key things too, and we all do field day, or at least a good portion of us do here.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't give out the secret of how Huntsville sets up here. I'm sure if you Google search, K4BFT, there are probably pictures from the past show up. It's all about spacing. So if he's on 20, 4 doors down,
Mm-hmm.
you could be on 40, maybe 30, maybe 60, 80, you should be fine. I've always been told the 2-band rule. You're on 40, I can be on 80. What's 2 up? 15, 10, 12.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody gets on the work bands.
Dawn says, "Get a bigger amp."
You know,
I love it.
Don, I'm staring at my KPA 500.
Mm-hmm.
And even at CQ Worldwide, that was a month ago, I did not have that amp turned on until at night because I was busting through the pileups with 100 watts in a wire. And a lot of
precision.
Yeah, and a lot of people will give the funny opinion of, do I really need that extra 3 dB, 6 dB to get in? Maybe for a DXpedition, if you want to, work that Atno. And how many people are? I'm sure there's a lot of people watching right now that are 100 watts in the wire, kicking the snot out of some of us with amps during contests because they keep it simple. They just use the KISS method.
I love the KISS method. Keep it simple. We'll drop the other S.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the ancillary stuff because I got boxes of cables already, big ones, and a bunch of connectors that I've already stocked up on before every appliance in my house decided to quit. So like I was kind of saying with radios though, I'm really looking hard on. Let me go to the front page on
Is
this
this, let
XT.
me ask, is this a radio you're going to take to potential POTA, public service events, field day?
This is going to be my primary base station.
Okay.
Occasionally, I probably would like to take it out to the field and just get a couple extra amps or watts because my G90 is only a 20 watt, and majority of days I'm fine with that. But when you go out there and it's a big contest weekend, I cannot find a open slot and no one will budge for me. It is I claim a frequency. I call CQ and someone else will come in and pretty much eat me alive. So on some of those weekends, it would be nice to be like, screw it, I am going to run the full 100 watts and just unplug the radio and take it out real fast.
Break on through to the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a way to say this without upsetting.
Tactically?
Yeah. Everybody has their brand preference. And okay, I've got Elecraft, I've got ICOM, I've got Yaesu, we've got Antique Row, Helicraft, Kenwoods. I have every brand here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say pick a radio, people go, oh, go with the TS590, go with the ICOM 7300, go with the 7610, go with this, go with this. But I will never stop, somebody that wants to buy, and I'm just going to say the 101 MP and use it with a G5RV. Me, would I spend $4,000 on a contest grade radio that's using a G5RV? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying don't, but you could save $2,000, $2,500 or more get a DX10, D710. Well, not D710, FT710. I always get the Kenwood
I
lately.
keep going the XD10
Okay.
because I'm referring to another item that has XD in its name. Um, but anyways, yeah. Um, yeah, the DX10 is kind of what I had my eye on there. I haven't really looked at the 710 that much. So what are the primary differences? Can you rattle them offhand?
Um, it's got that AESS, that acoustic
Mm-hmm.
sound system. That's the 710. Has a, as weird as it sounds, you get an external speaker with it. Still has the same components that a DX10, just with a little less. I think they all ride the same backbone. They just have their own plus and plus and minuses. Okay, the DX10 is just a baby 101 to people, where the 710 is a DX10 missing, probably missing something with
The audio filters.
yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I was leaning to jump up to the DX10 to get those audio filters. They might help me out with the noise floor a bit and maybe with interference from other operators around here. And just the extra money just to have that might make it worth it in the end once I get the radio.
And everybody out there listening, there is nothing wrong with radios we have not mentioned.
Mm-mm.
Some of them don't have filtering. They don't have DSP. They don't have noise blankers. They don't have noise reduction. Yes, there are radios out there that don't have this. I'm not going to name brands, because then that brand could get mad and send me a nasty email, and then I gotta, I'm
No,
sorry. No.
no, this is the radio I kind of been having my eye on. Up until recently, I was really looking at ICOM. About a year ago, it kind of switched over when the ICOM prices rose, and you just get some better filtering out of Yaesu if they're almost priced at the same price point. I'm not saying the 7300 is a bad radio. That radio is the one I've been looking at for the longest time on purchasing. I just haven't pulled the trigger. But when that price rose, is now I kind of lean towards more the Yaesu a little bit right now.
Mhm.
But yes, I'm looking at this radio.
Cool. Get on sale. Get the 12 months no interest financing on it. What's holding you back, man?
I sure. Okay, it's in there. It's in there.
Hmm.
You're spending my money right now. I don't even have the antenna outside yet.
Which antenna are you using for HF?
I am going to build my own fan dipole. Do it for, I think, 17, 20, and 40. And I need to do a little more research on how to quite do it and the right band specifically to use, because I know you might get a band or two for free with that. But I'm thinking about building my own fan dipole for the backyard, so I don't have to have, here's my 20 meter, here is the 17 meter, and here is the 40 meter antenna. I can get them all in one antenna, and through the magic of the physics, it just uses the right one. I don't have to flip over to antenna 1, 2, or 3. My idea is with the three HF feed lines is that I am going to have two other feed lines that I can set up temporary antennas and just test stuff outside and run it straight to the shack. I don't have to bring stuff in and out.
Mhm. One antenna, and I'm speaking for a option that is offered by ICOM, is the AH710. It covers 160 to 10 meters. It will work on 6, and it's only 88 feet long.
Mm.
It's a oh, what's it?
For what?
Not sure if they even list, because I know at one point I updated the listing for it, because it is a folded dipole, and it's only good up to 200 or 300 watts.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the lower number to be safe. 80 feet, 80.3 feet.
Nice.
And when I had my 7300 before I was able to, somebody gave me a deal for a 7600 for a 7300. I couldn't I couldn't refuse.
Mm-hmm.
And internal tuner, zip zip done on every band. And half the time it was just click, nothing. It was already resonant.
That sounds good. A good antenna. I just want to build mine.
Do it.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. There's a kid sitting over here on the workbench for
Mm-hmm.
for a fan dipole. I just
Uh,
gotta get off my duff and do it.
while we got 5 minutes left, and since you kicked the big radio into my shopping cart, tell me about that financing.
Man, it is 12 months no interest financing through PayPal credit.
Mm-hmm.
Sign up, get it done, man. We'll have it to you in no time flat, and you don't have to pay interest for the next 12 months.
I love it.
Always take advantage of everybody else's money.
I agree. How you think I bought all these appliances?
There you go.
0%,
Hmm.
and then just get it paid off.
Even if you have the money, it's better to keep it in your pocket versus theirs.
Awesome. Well, we got a couple minutes left before the top of the hour, and then we're going to roll over to Jason's channel, and we're going to. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm just going to jump on and be co-host. Um,
Questions from anybody out there?
say what?
Anybody have any questions?
Quick questions. Let's scroll up in the chat. They're talking about stuff I don't talk about on my channel because a lot of them got the reference I threw out there. No, not offhand. So I like just to give the floor to y'all. If you want to talk about anything and promote anything in your world real fast, I will go ahead and just give you the floor, make you full screen, and just anything you want to say to our guys here.
Done. So, guys, as far as GigaParts is concerned, we've already did everything we're going to do for Christmas. You know, our best deals are out now and coming out on Monday. And Steve and I are already moving our little thought bubbles over to February in Orlando, where there will be a few new things coming out from us. Yes, I know you probably want to know what those are. You'll have to wait until February to find out. So just know we're constantly evolving. We're constantly bringing new things to the table. We're always looking for the next latest and greatest thing. And if we can't find it, we're going to make it. So I cannot wait to show you some of the things coming out next year. They don't exist anywhere else in the world. We're going to be first to the market. We're going to be bringing some unbelievably interesting things to you guys. And I'm very excited about that. So there will be some things in Orlando. There will be some things in Dayton. There'll be some things in Huntsville. We're going to keep you guys stocked up with all the things you never knew you needed to have. And I promise you, you're going to want every one of these things.
I love it. I can't wait to get all this and get going. There was a quick question. Do you ship to Honolulu?
Yes, we do ship to Hawaii.
There are additional fees for that.
Yeah, I think there's some fees. I'm not, I don't work in the warehouse much. Yeah. Right now I'm temporary assigned there, but we ship anywhere. Of course, there always comes a cost to certain locations. I'm sure Honolulu, I don't want to say that they don't have any duties or import, but
it's the States.
You're going to have to pay a little more to get it across the pond a little bit.
Cool.
And it's not going to be the normal 3 to 5 business day unless Vegas can get it out there, which
we can get it out there. We can get out there next day if you're willing to spend the $1,000.
Yeah.
Philip says y'all shipping rocks. So y'all have
Those guys are working their butts off down there, man, to make it happen.
So awesome. Well, thank y'all for coming on. I can't wait till Dayton. No, Orlando. Orlando.
You going to Orlando?
I'm going to Orlando. Jason's already talking to y'all. I'll be with him. Yeah, I know.
maybe we'll get to go to that Saturday night, secret squirrel thing again.
Yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Thank y'all for coming on. Here I am. Well, thank y'all for joining me and hanging out tonight. I am actually not probably, I will be buying this stuff right after the chat is, our stream is done. And this time, y'all got to spend my money. I could clear this. There we go. Thank
Good luck.
y'all, and go forth and conquer.
Absolutely. 73, guys.
You can help support the channel by Patreon or YouTube memberships. Links in the description below. And a thank you to all my supporters. Go forth and conquer.